Look who we have back in the kitchen today. It's Mama Daley as promised, and she's here to make, what's for dinner?
Oxtail with rice with red kidney beans. We bought 4 pounds of oxtail because, as you know, we have big family, right? And again, we will be washing it properly.
Thank you.
And that's better. The cleaner, the tastier.
How'd you learn how to make oxtail?
How I learned to make oxtail. Oxtail is one of Jamaican favorite.
Oh really?
Favorite dish.
You're stupid.
And there we have here some Caribbean spice.
Okay.
Oxtail you can put just about any seasoning as long as you don't put too much. So I'm going to use a teaspoon. And I'm going to put a teaspoonful of Caribbean seasoning. And I'm going to put, this is oxtail seasoning. And I'm going to use a teaspoonful of oxtail seasoning. I'm going to use a teaspoonful of soy sauce. So I put a little bit of like 3 drops of a few drops.
That's like 25 already.
A few drops
Come
of
on, that's a lot.
Scotch bonnet pepper. And then with my cutting board.
Behind you. You have to cut an onion on a board? What type of Jamaican woman
Yeah,
are
but
you?
you know what? You know what? Last time you said don't follow this because she will cut her hand off. I am not a chef with the cutting of the onion, but I'm just going to slice up 1 big onion. And you don't have to slice it, you can cut it anyhow. There we go. 1 big size onion. And we have again some fresh thyme. Don't forget your thyme. Your thyme is one of the most important things on your oxtail. And then this is green onions. We call it scallions because it's from another country. This is from Jamaica. So we call it scallion. But here we call it green onions. Same old thing. We chop her up. So we're going to put salt to taste. And then we're going to massage her in as much as you can. And if you have this done overnight, it would be better. You get better flavor. But then again, Mama D didn't have the time to do that, so.
Okay, so our oxtail is seasoned and we're about to brown it in a hot pan. So you want to make sure you don't get any of the onions and stuff in there. That's what she's saying will burn. Just the meat.
Okay, so we put a lid on the oxtail. And it brown, and at the same time it will produce some liquid from the steam, and that will help to cook it in the meantime.
Okay, so how long are we going to leave this for?
Well, oxtail takes at least about 1.5 hours.
Okay, so we'll just let that sit. Okay, so traditionally with oxtail you have to eat rice and peas. So my mom's going to show you how to do your rice and peas.
So I'm using a can of red kidney beans. This one is already prepared. It's already cooked, but you can also use the dry red kidney beans. So just to make it easier, we bought one that's already cooked. 1 quart of water in the pot. And again, it all depends on how much rice you would be cooking. Add it into the water. Trying to get out all the colors because it's supposed to be called red kidney beans. There we go. And I'm going to put some thyme in there. And I'm going to put some scallions in there, which we call green onions here. Here I beat this up for the flavor. And I dump it in there. Some of my scotch pepper. And a little bit of salt. Put it on the stove to boil. And then we bring it to a boil and I'll be right back. Then when it's boiling, this is coconut milk from a can also. You can use the coconut and grate it and squeeze the milk out, or you can use the coconut.
So once the rice comes to a boil, you add this can?
Yeah, while the peas boil up, we add the coconut, and then we turn down the stove a little bit down so the coconut cream can cook in a little bit before I put the rice in. Long grain parboiled rice. This is a harder rice to cook. It's harder to cook than the white rice. It's harder, the grains are harder. And then again, we have to wash it, of course, just by weight. When the coconut milk boil down in this for about 3 to 5 minutes, then we're going to put the rice in.
So the oxtail has been browning for about 20 minutes now?
Yeah.
And we're just gonna start adding some water in slowly.
So this is the browning process. You can add the water each time. You don't have to put all the water all at once. Well, right now I add a full cup.
Full cup of water, so we're gonna let that boil down again and come back.
And the more you add water, the more it gets brown. And we want it to be brown. Now the rice and red kidney beans is cooking nicely. So now when it reaches that high boil, we turn it down to low and leave it there to simmer.
Okay, so as you can see, our oxtail is brown and
It's halfway cooked.
yeah, it's about the halfway point. So what we're gonna do now is re-add all of the
seasoning
that we removed. So that's the onions, the scallions, the thyme, everything's going back in.
Also, we will be adding a can of butter beans. It's more like lima bean, but it's the green one in a can.
Yeah, so if you add butter beans, lima beans, broad beans, whatever you call them.
Just help to make the gravy thickened.
So that's the result after 20 minutes. Rice is done, and we're gonna allow this to simmer down for another 10 to 15 minutes.
Try it and let us know. Bon appetit! So thanks for watching, and this is our finished product. And I hope you will enjoy it as much as we do. For more hints, you know where to go. Thank you for watching.
We are here with my mom. And what's for dinner, Mom?
Curry chicken and rice.
Okay, so this is real Jamaican curry chicken and rice by a real Jamaican. So let's get started.